Hi guys, so this is another story time video because the most craziest thing happened on Monday. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tell you guys this story, and it's basically about my apartment and the paranormal activities that I've been experiencing here. I moved into this apartment with my mother back in August, and I started feeling like someone else was here with us. Especially when I was here by myself, I would just hear weird things. Like if my door is closed, I would hear someone walking on the other side of the door. I would hear noises in the living room or the kitchen, and it would literally sound like someone else is walking around this place, like they were home. And I would sometimes think that my mom was home, and then I would go open the door and I look, or I call my mom, and no one responds. So I just knew that I was here by myself, but someone else was there, like a spirit or something. And this happened for the first 2 weeks, and then I had looked online and googled my apartment complex, and I actually saw someone leave a review stating that this apartment is haunted, especially in the back building. So I am actually in the middle of the apartment complex. It's towards the front, but like in the middle. So in the very beginning, I would be in my room in bed, sleep, and it get really cold at night. So I would get up and I would turn the air off and walk back towards my room and get back in bed. And a few minutes later, it starts to get really cold again, and I'm like, what the heck? And I would just think that my mom, she got hot, because sometimes she complains about her room being so hot at night, and she be drenching in sweat because it's just so hot in here, because her room carries heat and my room carries air. So I'm like, oh my gosh, like I am freezing. Like it's like, it feels like it's negative in the negatives, and I'm looking like, okay, I could suck this up, because I'm from Michigan, and I'm used to the snow and used to the negative and stuff, and right now I'm in Texas, and so I'm like, okay, I could just suck it up and try to go to sleep. Sometimes I would go to sleep, but it would be really like, oh my gosh, I'm so cold. Because I cannot sleep when it's too cold. It has to be like warm. It can't be too hot and it can't be too cold. It has to be the perfect temperature in order for me to really sleep. But she slept the best when it was colder, but her room carried so much heat. So I would just think that it was her who would get up and cut the air back on. Then she started experiencing things as well, and it was started off for her as hearing somebody else on the other side of the door, or she can hear someone walking past her room or walking in the living room, and she know that wasn't me because I work from home, so I'm in here usually working, and she knows when I'm working. So it would be weird when she started hearing like someone walking by her room, or even at the middle of the night she would just hear someone walking past in her room. One night she was in bed and she was watching TV, and she has this it's like this light, and the only way for it to cut on is if you apply pressure to it, like you have to push it down. And it randomly came on, so she got freaked out that it cut on by itself. And I told her, I was like, I told you this place is haunted. There's a ghost here. I was working, and I was sitting right here actually in this chair because, like I said, I work from home, and I have my computer right there, my keyboard, right here, and I have my headset on. And I was actually in a meeting, and it got quiet for a second. I picked up my phone and I started looking through my phone, and I heard a whisper like right here, and it said, "Get to work." And I turned around so fast and I looked, but no one was there. So I was like really freaking out, and like I was really scared, and like, who the heck is here? Who the heck said that? Because my mom wasn't home at the time. So whenever I would go do investigation like an idiot, I never found anything like, or anyone. So it was just like, who the heck said that? It just like, I heard it nice and clear. When I was making my video on how I co-wash my hair, I was actually using my iPhone to record that video. So I had the front camera on, and I was arranging everything so you guys could see me, and there was this like orb that was behind me, and it went up, and I turned around so fast to look, but by that time it was gone, and I'm like, so there's a spirit here in this house, well, this apartment. Like, I'm freaked out. So what the heck is going on? One night there was actually an incident where I did hear someone over here in this chair, and they were pushing buttons on my keyboard, and I just kept hearing all kinds of noises right here in like my whole office area. And I always hear noises here, or I hear it like right there where this TV is. It's always like in this area. It's never anywhere else, just right here. And I had an incident where I was actually asleep, and all I felt was a push on my mattress. So I jumped up to look, and no one was there. And I'm like, who the heck did that? But it was like I couldn't see, and I didn't know, but you would feel that it was someone else definitely in the room. One of the places where I always felt like something was at was right here in this chair, especially at nighttime, and I'm just laying in my bed because my bed is right there, and I would just feel someone like right here sitting in a chair watching me, or I would just imagine like this chair just randomly one day turning around and facing me. And actually one night, because like when I go to bed, I usually have the chair facing this way, so it don't freak me out that much, and so it could kind of take the pressure off so I could go to sleep. But I woke up one day and the chair was actually facing me, and I'm like, who the freak did that? Like, every night before I go to bed, I turn the chair that way. So Memorial Day came, and my mom had made a chocolate cake for us to eat, and I only had one slice of cake. She had like 3 slices of cake. So when Tuesday came, she had went in the kitchen to go get her some cake. So I had just went on break from work, and she called me. She was like, Raven, come here. And I went to go see what she wanted. I was like, what? She was like, did you do this? And I was like, do what? And I went over to look, and I'm like, no. And what happened was the cake, it had a curve, like a curve in the middle of the cake, like someone cut the curve there, and then the rest of the front half of the cake was gone. And I'm like, didn't you have some cake yesterday? And she was like, yeah, but I didn't cut it like that. And I was like, well, I haven't had no cake since Sunday. And so I'm looking like, who that, now that ghost is up here, you know, cutting cake, really? Now at nighttime, whenever it gets really, really cold and I get up and I go cut the air off, I would walk back. As I'm walking back towards my room and I hit the door, like right here at where the door is, I would hear a click, like someone hit the switch to cut the air back on. And when I go back and look, it's right back on. I'm like, who the freak is doing this? Like, okay, girls, you need to go away. Leave me alone. Leave us alone, because we're fed up and we're tired of you. My mom always tells this ghost, like, okay, ghost, how about you go find me some money so I could buy me a house, or, you know, stuff like that. One night I got up to go to the bathroom, and when I came back and I got back in bed and I started to doze back off, I felt this push on my mattress again, and this time it was 2 pushes, and it was hard. It was like, and I jumped up so fast to look, and no one was there. I'm like, seriously, I was scared to go back to sleep because it might push me out of the bed or something. Like, I don't know. It was aggressive towards me. So I just don't think this ghost really likes me, or it wants me here. It wants me gone. Like, obviously, it really wants me gone. So one night my mom went in the kitchen and she was putting something in the oven or taking something out of the oven or something, and she had called me in there in the kitchen, and I was like, what? And she was like, please tell me there's nothing behind me. I was like, there's nothing behind you, because she felt like a presence of someone standing behind her. You know how when you're in line or something, you could tell when somebody walked up behind you? That's how it was for her. And so she was freaked out because something was right there, and she knew it because she felt it, and she felt that energy and that presence there. Which leads me to Monday night. Oh my goodness, you guys. So I'm in here in my room and I'm just sitting here watching TV and waiting for Jane the Virgin to hurry up and come on. Or no, I was actually looking to see if I missed Jane the Virgin, because usually I have a recording set, but I couldn't find it. So I'm like, was it a new episode? Like, what the heck is going on? So all I heard was my mom scream. And I was like, what? And I got up to go see what happened. And she was standing right in the living room. And she had saw someone, like an image of someone in the kitchen. And when I had went to go see what was going on, apparently I was standing in the same exact spot where that image was, where she saw it. And she said she saw it clear as day. So I'm like, was it a male? Was it a female? What did it look like? And she was like, I don't know what it looked like, but I just saw the image. It was like a glow of a person, and it was like light. And I'm like she was freaking out, like, because she was like, I'm having a heart. She was like, I think I'm gonna have a heart attack. I'm about to die or something. Like, my heart just dropped. Like, I am so scared. And so every time she had to go towards that direction, every light had to cut on. She was like, she was left the living room light on for a while. And then when she was ready to cut it off, she called me. She was like, Raven, watch me as I cut this light off. And like, Raven, watch me as I cut this light off. So I watched her. She cut the light off and she went back in her room. And then when she got thirsty, she called me, of course, to go get her something to drink, because she was really, really scared. And she actually slept in the dark that night. I didn't sleep in the dark because I was like, I don't want to end up seeing this thing either, okay? Like, I ain't got time for this ghost. Like, no. What I did was I had cut my TV on, because it was like this energy. I have this it's like this animal control thing to control like animals and, you know, whatever creatures are running around in your house or your apartment or whatever. And so my mom, she always worries about like rats and bugs and stuff like that. So she bought some of those. And so I have it plugged in my outlet, and it has like a light on it, so like I could see. So it's still dark in the room, like very, very dark, but at the same time it still had that light enough where I could still see like stuff. I just don't know how to talk, you guys. I just don't know how to talk. I started feeling someone in the room, and it was a really, 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 really strong presence that someone was here in this room with me. It was clear as day. I knew it was something, and it was just invisible where I just couldn't see it. So I was like, get out my room, leave me alone, talking to this ghost. Because my mom always told me, she was like, just talk to it and tell it to go like find you some money, or, you know, do this and that. That's why she always, you know, say that stuff. And I'm like, no, I'm not about to talk to no freaking ghost to let it in. I ain't open no pathway to hell. No way. I'm good. I don't need no more scary stuff, supernatural, boogeymans, creatures, demons flying around my room, coming out of vents, opening my doors, closing my doors. No, I'm not welcome nothing in. So I told whatever it was to get out my room, because Jesus is definitely here with me, and he is definitely going to protect me. So I guess it pissed it off or whatever. So that energy got so much stronger. And so what I did was I cut my TV on. And so early in the morning on BET and a lot of other channels, they play like preachers preaching and, you know, Bible scriptures and stuff. I don't know. I just know preachers come on, and, you know, choirs come on and sing sometimes. So I turned it to BT, and then I had had the TV up, and the preacher was preaching about finances and stuff like that, and God is getting ready to bless you, and, you know, release all any negative energies and, you know, stuff like that. So there was whispers that came directly from my room, and I knew it wasn't from the TV, because you could tell when something is coming from the TV and what's actually like in the same room as you. So I started hearing whispering like, And I'm looking like, trying to listen, but I couldn't understand what it was saying. So then I put my TV on mute, and then once I put it on mute, it stopped. And then I put the volume back up, and I don't hear it anymore. But then a few minutes later, I start hearing it again. And I'm like, seriously, like, leave me alone. So what I started doing, and I actually did this a while back because I have other paranormal activity experiences that I'm gonna share with you guys. But someone told me to get the Bible and place it under my pillow, and it would help, you know, get rid of any like demons or ghosts or whatever is going on like in your place. So I actually did that, and it held off for a while. Like last week I had started doing that, and I didn't have no crazy experiences last week, but the Bible was under my pillow on Monday night, so I don't know why I did that. So I just pulled it from under my pillow, and I actually slept with the Bible open on Psalms 23rd, and it was on my bed. And I mean, I was fine like after that. That's my crazy story. Yeah, so that's what happened to me, and that's my paranormal activity experience. If you have any suggestions, you know, let me know. Maybe I need to get like a paranormal team here to just like investigate, because obviously this place is haunted, and it's probably here with me right now as I'm making this video. So thanks for watching.